Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Surbhi Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Thursday, the 25th of October. Two militants killed in encounter in India's Jammu and Kashmir. Activists hold anti-Pakistan protest outside European Parliament. An Afghan poll body opens counting centre in Kabul. And now for all the details. At least two militants were killed in an encounter in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Thursday. The encounter came a day after security forces in Naugam village of the province gunned down two militants on Wednesday.
At least two militants were killed in an encounter in Baramulla district of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Thursday. The gunfights began on Thursday morning in the Athora and the Kheri areas of the district. This comes a day after security forces in Naugam village of the province gunned down two militants during an encounter on Wednesday. The security forces had launched the cordon search operation on the basis of reliable input about the presence of the militants in the area. The search operation later turned into a gunfight after the militants opened fire at the security forces. India accuses Pakistan of regularly arming and infiltrating militants across the border to spread unrest in the Kashmir Valley. Pakistan denies the allegations.
An anti-Pakistan protest was held by Kashmiri activists outside the European Parliament in Brussels recently to protest against alleged Pakistan-sponsored atrocities and plundering of resources in their region. The protesters raised slogans against construction of the Neelam Jhelum hydropower project and Yamar Bhasha Dam by Islamabad, which they claim is plundering of the natural resources of Kashmiri people. Activists from Pakistan-administered Kashmir gathered outside the European Parliament in Brussels recently to protest against alleged Pakistan-sponsored atrocities and plundering of resources in their region. The activists shouted anti-Pakistan slogans, blaming it for the construction of the Neelam Jhelum hydropower project and Yamar Bhasha Dam, which they claim is plundering of the natural resources of the Kashmiri people. Activists from Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Muhajirs also joined the protest to raise their voice against human rights violations, stating that Islamabad has employed similar repressive patterns in their provinces.
We are here to protest against the state brutality in state of Jammu Kashmir and the people who are suffered by the policies of government of Pakistan. We are actually protesting against their policies, their nefarious designs, and we are protesting in favor of rule of law, democracy and safety of the human rights.
Fundamental purpose of this demonstration was to highlight human rights violations in Pakistani administered Kashmir and occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, because Pakistan is constructing Neelam Jhelum hydropower project and Yamar Bhasha Dam in Gilgit-Baltistan. And in both areas, the people have been asked to leave their properties, to leave their land without paying them any alternative land, without paying them compensation.
Activists have long raised concerns over the ill treatment of people belonging to Pakistan-administered Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. They blame the people of the illegally occupied regions have been denied basic fundamental rights and are meted out with severe brutality for voicing their concerns. Prominent Muhajir activist Nadeem Nusrat has said that Pakistan cannot continue to run on foreign charity or bailout packages. Nusrat, while reacting to the reported Saudi monetary package for Pakistan, said it cannot only delay but not prevent the inevitable.
Prominent Muhajir activist and chairman of Voice of Karachi, Nadeem Nusrat, has said that Pakistan cannot continue to run on foreign charity or bailout packages. Nusrat, in a statement issued on Wednesday, said the reported Saudi monetary package for Pakistan can only delay but not prevent the inevitable. The activist added a big chunk of Pakistan's national budget is spent on defence expenditure and supporting a mindless foreign and regional policy that has left the country nearly bankrupt and diplomatically isolated.
Pakistan as a country of over 200 million people cannot expect to continue to live on bailout packages from X, Y or Z. I think it's about time to introduce a fundamental change in Pakistan's policy.
Nusrat's remark came a day after Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan on Tuesday told an investment conference in Saudi Arabia that Pakistan is seeking loans from the International Monetary Fund or IMF and friendly countries to reservice debt and shore up its economy. The Pakistan's premier had earlier said that Pakistan needs 10 to 12 billion US dollars in order to repay loan installments. Islamabad has already asked the IMF to open negotiations for the country's second potential bailout in 5 years.
In news from Afghanistan, the Independent Election Commission of Afghanistan on Wednesday officially opened the election results counting center in Kabul. The center will act as a hub where every information related to elections from around the country will be assessed, reviewed and result will be captured.
The Independent Election Commission of Afghanistan or IEC on Wednesday officially opened the election results counting center in Kabul city where it will tally the votes from the recently held parliamentary elections. The center will act as a hub where every information related to the elections from around the country will be assessed, reviewed and the results will be captured. Dispelling rumors about vote rigging, the IEC chief Abdul Badi Sayed said the commission will stick to the mechanism for counting valid votes and determining spoiled votes.
مخکې چې دا ګونګوسې وي چې یو صفر زیاتېږي یو صفر کمیږي د ورقې د ریزر شیټ یا د نتایجو د ورقې څخه وروسته هغه هم سکین ده هیڅوک پکې لاسرسی نه لري څه پکې زیات یا کم کی.
خب به چند بخش تقسیم کردن، مثلا یک بخش ارزیابی است، بخش کنترلینگ است، ما در بخش کنترلینگ مونده. اینمی رایایی که از تمام ولایت‌ها در کمیسیون مستقل انتخابات می.
According to the IEC, almost 4 million Afghans voted during the 2 days of the parliamentary elections in the country. The results are expected to be announced on November 6th.
A 36-hour hackathon event was recently organized in India's southern Telangana province to find a solution for NASA's Space App Challenge. The 3 selected projects from the hackathon would be sent for NASA global nominations.
A 36-hour-long hackathon was recently organized in capital city of India's southern Telangana province, Hyderabad, to provide a platform to the students, skilled technology professionals and innovators to find solutions for NASA's Space App Challenge. The event was organized by the provincial government with the support of National Aeronautics and Space Administration or NASA. During the hackathon, the participants came up with many innovative ideas including smart bus stops, advanced technological systems for cars and compact sorting dustbins.
We are trying to pull up the innovative idea from the students, so as well as we will send them as a global nominee to the NASA. If the project is such efficient, the NASA will be funding to the project.
We bought this as a compact sorting dustbin so that we can kind of decentralize waste management all over the world. The problem with the centralized system of waste management is that we can't handle the waste properly. We have various kinds of waste, so to handle it perfectly, we have made this.
3 selected projects from the hackathon would be sent for NASA global nominations. Rolled out in 2012, NASA is conducting such competitions globally, and this hackathon is aspiring to attempt and find out solutions for 6 such problems identified by NASA.
Exiled Tibetan spiritual leader the Dalai Lama interacted with young leaders from 14 different countries in India's northern hill town Dharamsala and advocated for the use of education to change people's thinking and belief.
Exiled Tibetan spiritual leader the Dalai Lama on Wednesday met youth leaders from different conflict-torn counties in India's northern hill town Dharamsala. Around 28 youth peace builders hailing from 14 different countries from across Africa, the Middle East and Asia took part in a 2-day conference organized by United States Institute of Peace. Mentoring the youth, the Dalai Lama advocated the use of education to change people's thinking and belief.
We did a training course as a part of this to prepare our youth leaders not only for this moment but for their year, called the Generation Change Program. The people who ran the training, so who instructed our youth this year, are the actual alumni from the first and second meeting with His Holiness the Dalai Lama.
People from 14 different countries working in peace in different continents, and trying to understand each other, like the best practices and the different programs that people in Syria, in Iraq, in Colombia and in Venezuela are developing to do something for their communities in terms of peace building.
Exiled Tibetan spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama has been living in India since fleeing a failed uprising against the Chinese rule of his homeland in 1959.
Week-long International Dussehra Festival in Kullu city of India's northern Himachal Pradesh province concluded on Thursday. Artists from different countries participated in the event and showcased their cultural performances. The festival, celebrated every year, offers a blend of rich culture, history and traditional rituals of the hill town. International dance troupes and artists from all over the country displayed their cultural performances in the recently held International Dussehra Festival in Kullu city of India's northern Himachal Pradesh province. The event was aimed at enhancing the cultural exchanges among the people and displaying the rich culture and heritage of the hill town before the audience. Dance troupers from Russia, Egypt, Indonesia, Nepal and Slovakia also performed in the 7-day-long festival. A large number of locals and tourists gather in the hill town to witness the celebrations.
We are happy that we are now in India. We learn to share our culture. We start cooperating together, and we very like your traditional costumes and a lot of things, food for example, and we are in India first time, and we hope that we are not here for a last time.
Dating back to the 17th century, Kullu Dussehra festival begins on Dussehra, a Hindu festival celebrated at the end of 9 nights festival called Navratri every year. The festival offers a blend of rich culture, history and traditional rituals besides celebrating the success of good over evil. Apple growers of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province are enjoying benefits given to them through different subsidies by Horticulture Department in the valley. To boost the horticulture sector, government has given subsidy on all tools and overall machineries involved in the whole process of production.
With the support provided by the Department of Horticulture, apple growers in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province are witnessing an ample rise in their production. To boost the horticulture sector and provide special benefits to the growers in the valley, government is giving subsidy on all the tools and overall machineries which growers use. Jammu and Kashmir is India's largest apple-producing province, with Sofian, Baramulla and Gandarbal districts famous for their high-quality apples.
जब से हॉर्टिकल्चर ने हमारी तरफ रुझान दिया, तब से जो इनके जो है बहुत सारी चीज़ है अवेलेबल इन्होंने दिया है, ट्रैक्टर है, क्रेड्स है, जो शर्ट ये पैकिंग शर्ट दे रहे हैं ये, और ये जो इरिगेशन के लिए जो मोटर दिए जाते हैं, तो बहुत सारी चीज़ हैं इन्होंने इसे.
The picturesque Himalayan region of Kashmir is famous for its apples, where tens of thousands of people are involved in the production of the fruits. The huge production of the crop every year directly or indirectly turns into the source of livelihood for the locals.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.